Recording is in progress.
All right, thank you so very much, Andrew. So we have our guest speaker on today, I'm hoping. I did see a message from her earlier, but I just want to check to make sure he's still on the chat. If he can unmute himself. Maurice Obuya.
Before that, Lloyd, we do have several new members. Perhaps we could take this interim to have those that have not introduced themselves to do so before we get into the presentation.
Yes, we could
I
do
am
that.
here, Maurice.
Yes, hello, Maurice.
Fine, thank you.
Maurice, we're going to introduce our new guests. So give us just a few moments, please. Lloyd, please introduce our new guests before we go forward. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm seeing right next to my own face on the screen is Stephen Whiteley. Perhaps he could introduce himself to the members who are on the call today.
Hello, everybody. It's my pleasure to be here. I care deeply about everybody working together. And I really believe that everybody can heal themselves. And I specialize in helping others to heal themselves. And in that sense, I am somewhat of a miracle worker. Although I used to be a fighter pilot in the Royal Canadian Air Force.
Oh.
I live in Ottawa, and what I love to do is enlighten people and organizations. And this is, I think, the key to working together and to really being who we really are. I'm open to any questions, but I think that's all I have to say.
Well, wonderful. We appreciate that. We do have openings every week for presentations. I think July 14th will be the next open date or after that. So we do hope that you'll connect with Lloyd and give us the benefit of a presentation so that you can help us heal ourselves to heal the world.
Absolutely. I would be delighted to do that.
Right,
another person we can connect you is Prophet Cox. She has actually a health network event every Tuesday as well. So if your presentation is related to health and well-being, that may be a venue where you can make a presentation. I'm also seeing Douglas Jack.
My presentation is related to total healing. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise.
That qualifies.
Absolutely.
Douglas Jack.
Hello,
Douglas.
hello to the moon.
Yes, I have discovered the secret to life, and I have a full understanding of how humans operate.
Well, Stephen, when you have the opportunity, we look forward to hearing more about it. But Douglas Jack, please go right ahead.
Good. Hi, I'm coming from Jojage in what's called Montreal by some, and it'll be interesting to find out more about what you guys are all doing here today, and to contribute what I can.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doug.
Patrick Chung, you were one of the first that were here. So Patrick, perhaps you could introduce yourself, and then Shanker, if you're still with us, since those are two I've introduced. Patrick Chung. Oh, he might have left. Let's see here. Okay, I'll turn it back over to you then, Lloyd. My two guests have already left.
Okay, so I'm seeing Musa Onduk in Kenya. If it's possible to unmute yourself and introduce. If not possible, I would actually like to ask then Serena Leo who I actually met yesterday at a conference in Toronto at the Evergreen Brickworks.
Hi. Yes, thanks. Lloyd, I met him yesterday. It was at a sustainable agriculture conference. And that is what I am interested in the agriculture part and regenerative solutions and the gardens. I just finished my master's in environmental sciences at the University of Guelph, looking at sustainable pest management solutions, specifically looking at a wasp and how it can be used in the control of another pest. But in general, I am interested in sustainable agriculture and what kind of solutions are possible, and potentially using those solutions in cities as well and communities. So yeah, these are really a lot of different projects that I'm excited to learn about.
All are welcome. Thanks for being here.
So let's see, we have Regina Silas with us again.
Isn't that Gina?
Or Regina, or Gina, we should call her, I guess.
Hi, yes. Hi, Lloyd. It's repeatedly Regina. Hi, my name is Regina Salas. Yes, it's funny to me. I'm laughing now. Yes, my name is Regina Salas, and I'm the founder of the JBS Foundation. I serve as the PR for the African youth in tourism. My underlying goal and objective is to unify the African diaspora through the golden era. We are one unifying of the African Diaspora Summit Conference and Grand Gala. It will bring forth national leaders to compel an impact for unity, development, prosperity, based on preservation, strengthening of the community and democracies in all 54 countries in the African diaspora. We are seeking to break the chain of mass poverty and expand entrepreneurship and prosperity through economic integration and eradicate poverty and discrimination on the nation, and to guarantee sustainable agricultural development models using the goals of the United Nations.
Thank you, Gina. That's Gina, I believe, is in Florida.
Yes.
So we as well, I'm seeing the name Keisha Joy. I have not seen this name before.
Hi there. It's about 6 in the morning in Hawaii. And I just want to say aloha. I am very much impassioned with empowering the Hawaiian culture. And so from here in Hawaii, there's a big movement of sovereignty. And so I stand for that. And I just joined out of curiosity. And thank you for all of your visions and what you stand for. Mahalo nui loa. Mahalo ke
And
koa.
also, we're extending the invitation to you as well to share with us a presentation about your work and your culture. And we look forward to working and networking with you. Make sure we have your contact information in the chat, and we'll follow up with you. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Now, I'm not sure, I don't think we heard from Musa Ondu in Kenya yet. I did see his face just for a second. Did you wish to unmute yourself and introduce yourself, Musa?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Musa Ondu from Kenya. Maybe just a little, I've been having some network issues, but I believe that I've captured something that I can. So I work with a small organization in Kenya called Kisumu Multi-Talents, whereby we are using our artistic potential. We are working with the young people to help in environmental conservation and restoration of the climate change. I'm glad to be part of this program, and actually I'll wish that we work together in the tree planting programs and reaching out to the community, like the teaching programs and all that. I believe that we can extend it to Kenya, and that will be great. So I'm glad to be part of this. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I'm looking forward to be part and parcel of this.
Yes, thank you, Musa. And we do have a Unity Network country chapter in Kenya, and I can send that information to you following this call. I also see Prophet Cox on the call, and I'm hoping she will introduce herself as well.
This is Prophet Anyanu Cox, and yes, I'm not new here, so, but what can I say? I am the host of the Prophet Cox Show, which operates in association with the Unity Health Node. It's dedicated to optimal health in mind, body, and spirit. It's a holistic approach using complementary, alternative, integrative, as well as traditional practices. And it's been really great to be able to get in touch with some of the traditional healers who use traditional methods, traditional meaning what their ancestors used for healing, and versus not just herbs, but also some of the spiritual practices that have been used for healing by indigenous people long before the pharmaceutical industry existed, which only started a century or so ago. And of course, we know people across the world and indigenous cultures have been doing work to heal their body, minds, and spirits for centuries, millions of years. And so we know, as a matter of fact, this coming Tuesday, we will have the pleasure and the honor of having our weekly show with someone who will be doing healing for the planet using frequency. So if you're interested in healing the planet, of course we all are, but this is a little bit different from the standpoint that we don't have strategies or plans or blueprints. We're just using frequency. So I am very excited about it. We have a special guest, and if you're interested, then somehow I guess we will, well, Andrew knows everybody. And so we have a link on WhatsApp, and it was posted in a WhatsApp group. And so that's it. I'm a part of a number of different groups and organizations, but I won't belabor that point. And thank you for letting me speak.
Thank you, Prophet. That's excellent. I'm just scanning through the window and seeing Awo Osunye is here, and there's also Nyakio Kanyu. Sorry if I am not pronouncing it right. There's also Damas Kambadu. Some new names. If they are unable to unmute themselves or don't want to talk.
Hello.
Oh, there, Damas.
Yes, today is okay. How is there?
Did you wish to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Damas Kambadu, the co-founder of the NGO called the Great Lakes Development and Relief Services, GLADES in abbreviation. We are dealing with the women empowerment, youth employment, and also the environmental activities. Thank you very much. I've been so delighted to be in this network. Thank you.
Thank you, Damas. I'm hoping that Susan Yego will also be able to introduce herself. Very important person, part of our network.
Yes, good evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Susan Yego from Kenya. I am Chief Agriculture Officer and also Agricultural Engineer. About Agricultural Engineer, I'm Plant Operator, like mechanization, farm mechanization, and all types of engineering in agriculture, food processing, and all that. So right now I have worked with the Ministry of Agriculture for the last almost 40 years, and I'm soon retiring, and I have been doing lots of agriculture in many aspects. There's sustainable agriculture, alternative methods of that, and also when I talk about sustainable, it's that one, that kind of projects that we're able to teach farmers, youths, women, projects that when they are funded, they're only funded once and they're able to sustain themselves and they're able to become like an income generating activity to the youths, to the women. We've also done lots of food processing and value addition, food value chain. When I talk about food value chain, it's like a planting of a crop up to processing and also packaging and selling. Example, maize, groundnuts and all that. So strawberries, from growing to processing to selling. Those are some of the things that I've been doing across those 40 years with farmers. And also for K Club, right now we are establishing kitchen garden and also a tree nursery and also fruit tree nursery with the 4K clubs. And also preservation of vegetables during dry season, when they're in plenty, so that they can be used during dry season. Thank you so much, Mr. Loy, for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I'm happy to be here. I would have spoken more, but because of time, I give others also to say something. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Susan. And Susan is actually one of the very first that came on board with learning programs, especially for youth. So we established right away when I learned what she was doing in Kenya, what we call the Unity 4K clubs. And that is really key to getting young people involved in the discussion and learning by doing as well in our local communities, even in the cities where the children can get exposure to understanding plants and planting and growing and food. And so we're really excited to incorporate the Unity 4K clubs into the Global Unity Network as well. So if there is nobody else, I think we can move forward with the presentation.
I am here. This is Awo Oshunye.
Mm-hmm.
I had walked away when you called my name.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Stuff happens. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. I know we're around the world. I am Awo Yeye Ifafunke Oshunye. Excuse me. I am a holistic therapist. I am also founder and president of the Tony Runnels Family Charitable Foundation. I'm an ordained minister and co-founder / owner with Prophet Enyan Wilcox of the International Institute for Health and Wellness, which is a nonprofit. So under the title of holistic therapist, I utilize many modalities, including several forms of yoga. I also teach the youth and adults all the things that I have learned, from Tai Chi to yoga. I'm a Reiki master teacher, a healing practitioner. I also utilize in helping people heal neuro-linguistic psychology. I am also a master aromatherapist, soul healing practitioner. I utilize crystals and gemstone therapy, and I'm also a master of frequency vibrational sound therapy healing, and a facilitator of a program I call Medicine in Your Own Yard, which is where I teach people how to utilize what nature has given them in their own yard, their front yard, the neighbor's yard, if they haven't put poison spray on it, that they can use that for medicine. And one of those is dandelion. One is, old folks called it poke salad, but it is yellow dock that grows all over Kansas City, Missouri, that we can get for free. Dandelion also, if they don't try to kill it, it is a major blood purifier. So is red clover. So those are the kind of things that I am participating in. And I'm also part of the Unity Health Network, SOS, which is Save Our Sisters, a youth organization I call YES, which stands for Youth Esteemed Self, where we help youth come out of their, whatever it is that they're in that causes them to be non-productive. and get them past their obstacles so they can be helpful to society and themselves.
It's fantastic. You had more organizations?
Well,
yeah,
yes,
one more.
I'm
I'm part of the Council of Elders of the Wichita, Kansas group, and I'm also with the International Working Group for the UN Permanent Forum on the Education and Outreach Subcommittee. So we all got a lot of things that we're working on, and we're very busy.
Well,
sometimes these can take a while
but we do it.
Yes, well, Lloyd, we still have Heinrich and Miyako, but I'm going to ask them to wait until after the presentation so that I know that there are always challenges. So let's do the presentation, then we'll get back to anyone that hasn't been introduced, and we'll have our question and answer period. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. So we have our presenter, I believe. Let me just look at the list of people. Maurice, there we go. Maurice, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm with us.
I'm here. I'm very much here.
Okay, there he goes. So do you have the presentation?
Yes, I had shared with you the presentation. My screen is from the mobile phone, so I cannot be able to project. There is both PDF and PowerPoint. So the PowerPoint, I think, is best.
Do you have it in your WhatsApp? Is it in what? Did you send it to him on WhatsApp or where? Lloyd?
I think WhatsApp.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I had closed my WhatsApp earlier because usually I do so to free up resources on my computer.
I've just sent another one right now.
Yeah, no, I have to reopen it. It might take a minute.
Well, in the meantime, Heinrich, you were here at the very beginning. So now's your time, Heinrich. If you could be so kind as to take a moment or so to introduce yourself and are able to do so.
Yes, thank you, Andrew. Yeah, I'm Heinrich van der Merwe from South Africa. I'm stationed in the heartland of the manufacturing of heavy equipment in South Africa with Sasol. Many people have heard about Sasol, where we refine oil out of coal. And then we've got the ArcelorMittal plant here in Van der Bijlpark. We've got one of the biggest power stations here. And we've got several other heavy industries around us. So I saw in our newspaper today that air pollution in South Africa reached a level where Johannesburg area was third on the list. Only Delhi and some other place was more air polluted than our area. So yeah, we are in this area very highly dependent on commodities, especially steel, and the heavy industry manufacturing the parts for the mining in South Africa, which is also, of course, one of our big problems with all the mine heaps and things that's around. And I'm committed to work together with Andrew and Lloyd and the team, Prophet and Juliet from South Africa, to make a difference, to see how I can plow back into this continent with my knowledge and see how we can reach the sustainable goals one by one to the best of our ability. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Heinrich. Lloyd, do you have the presentation available?
So my WhatsApp it says downloading messages, 77%.
Well, I think we still have, let's see. Oh, Juliet, I haven't heard your voice. That's unusual. Are you available to do so?
Hi, good evening.
Yes, we hear you.
Yes, no, good evening, everyone. My name is Juliet Miabo. Based in South Africa. My colleague from South Africa, Hendrik, has just introduced himself. I work in Soweto. I work with various organizations which I have founded and I'm leading. The work that I focus on is more development work that looks at basically children, women, the elderly, and we're also incorporating men to be part of the solutions. We put a special focus on issues of gender-based violence, empowerment, entrepreneurship development as a way of curbing unemployment in the townships. I'm the head of the Soweto CSI Council, but the Soweto CSI Council doesn't only focus on Soweto, but we are looking at Soweto as an epicenter for different townships. So where we work with different townships all over South Africa, and also are now starting to partner with other townships or areas, marginalized areas in other parts of Africa or globally, because it's an African problem. I also work in the areas of media. I also am mentored by Prince Andrew, who's just introduced me here. I come from a background of media and broadcasting, but more than anything else, I'm quite involved in various aspects of UnityNet, both African diaspora, UnityNet international or global. And it's exciting to be part of this community. And those people who are new, I'd like to say, please keep coming back, because every week you learn something new. Every node that you join will actually empower and enhance your knowledge, not just about what you do, but also what everyone else do or does around the globe. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
So I'm it's still saying organizing messages on my WhatsApp. This is typical of WhatsApp because I have so many groups.
It was giving me more time to talk more. And I
no,
really
thank you. No, thank you, Juliet. You've done quite a lot. Thank you. I appreciate
I
that.
know. Thank you.
Well,
just teasing there.
I don't think we've heard from Jane yet.
Or Nakio. Or Mark, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Good evening.
Oh,
okay. Go ahead.
So I'm Nyakeo. I'm from Kenya, Naivasha, Kenya, and I'm by professional mental health counselor. I've worked in Kansas City for the low-income organizations, but currently in Kenya, I am working with shelter for women, victims of sexual and domestic violence, and doing a lot of, we do a lot of healing with them and have chosen to use the land as a form of healing. So we do some regenerative farming. We're doing some regenerative farming. We're practicing permaculture and emotional permaculture, and have just now worked in a food forest in our shelter area, and getting so anyway, we use the formula that we steward souls as we steward the land, as it may sound.
Sounds like it's perfect alignment with what we're trying to achieve. So this is a fantastic connection that we're making with you now today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Yeah, thank you.
And perhaps you could introduce yourself, Jane. Is it okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Lloyd. And I'm very grateful to be here today. It's been a while. I do have evening classes, but today I missed out on them, so I'm on the call. My name is Jane Joroge from Nairobi, Kenya. I am the CSG at UnityNet Africa and Diaspora and a member of UnityNet Kenya. And I'm the founder and the CEO of Stawisha Uhai Africa company, which is a charity company and a social economic company that is involved in both. And we actually are into poverty alleviation programs in the education sector, agricultural sector, the health sector, and so much more. And we believe that with so many collaborations and partnerships, we are going to roll out the program in the entire of Africa, not only in Kenya, because right now we have rolled out in Kenya in the Kilifi County. We are also in the Nyeri County, Kiambu County, and we are going to cover all the counties within Kenya before we spread our wings to Africa. So it is my sincere prayer that after the programs that do happen within this forum, I'm going to be able to gather a lot of information that will be that will help us actually to accomplish our vision and our dream. Stawisha Uhai Africa, it means prosper Africa. So we are all about prospering Africa, lifting up the needy and the vulnerable and empowering them for development. Yeah, so it's a pleasure to be on the call.
Thank you so much, Chair.
And thank you, Andrew, too, for the platform.
Mm-hmm. So are there other people that would like to say a few words before we actually start the presentation? Looks like my WhatsApp is just connecting now, but I will need to go find that presentation.
I'll jump in here. Stephanie. Yeah. Stephanie Schuler, based in Toronto, Canada, and grateful to have you all here on the call and be with you. And I agree with Juliet. Every week I'm learning. It's so much more interesting than when I was younger. And I'm learning so much. And with true teachers, true wisdom keepers, true knowledge holders. And I'm proud to be part of the team, co-founder and director of UnityNet International with Lloyd and Mark and Carlos and Angela. I'm so grateful to Andrew. And I am in my final year of my doctorate in education at the University of Toronto at OISE, the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education. And my doctorate has to do with labeling and children in school, labeling learning disabilities in particular, and the social emotional effects from that, the self-esteem, the social capital, and the implications through life. I am a Canadian representative for the Alternative Education, an international organization. I'm also a director for UnityNet, the Unity Learning Network, where we're gathering all of you, all of us, all of the teachers, all of the wisdom keepers to be able to showcase to children, to schools, to communities, all of the initiatives for food security and for our thriving well-being. I've worked in communities, intergenerational communities, youth and children and women my entire life. I'm involved in UnityNet Eco-Village because I am a founder and director of the Maui Aloha Project Global Eco-Village Initiative, which is a maker space for all of these initiatives that we talk about regarding food security, housing security, permaculture, permaculture design, and really for the betterment and the thriving of our children, where we have a world youth mental health crisis, and everything that I do is for that, at the bottom line, for our social and emotional well-being, for our holistic well-being. And grateful to be a part of this amazing team. And I we're in the process of trying to find land right now in Canada, for eco-villages in Canada, and find land in Maui, Hawaii, so that we could begin these communities, intentional living, learning and healing communities, where we could begin to make a new blueprint going forward that is sustainable and regenerative, and really focused on our well-being, the planets and all of its inhabitants. So thank you so much. Thank you, Lloyd, for leading such a great morning already.
Thank you, Stephanie. And I just wanted to say that, yes, finally I have downloaded and opened the presentation for today, so we can start at any time. If
go,
our presenter is ready to do so.
Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you for the hard work.
Did we want to stop and start recording again so we have it separate?
Great idea. Just a moment, please.